Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 5. Hobo Eren just gave Marley a grim reminder. So what's up guys, Fox in here. Oh Willy, you're declaring war. Eren just busted out the ultimate reverse trap card. So go ahead and Eren smash that like. Just pretend it's Willy. Attack on Titan episode titled Declaration of War. The attack on Marley begins. Kicking this off with the warrior flashback. Funny how Crunchyroll put a warning at the start of this episode. That's how you know it's gonna be good. You got Mr. X Colossal Titan going back to that story about the old dude. Why did that fella tell some kids he ditched some other kids? No surprise, Reiner just brushed it off. That's something we'll never know. Right, buddy. And he circles back that the dude might have wanted to be forgiven, which really shows her mentality. Interestingly, she does circle back to them ditching Marcel. But don't worry Annie, at that point Marcel was already Jaw's Titan feed. Burrito then nails it on the head. The old fella really just wanted to be judged. Isn't that right, Reiner? Say hello to today's judge, Eren fricking Yeager. So backstage with Willy, I like how you can actually spot the bloody actors over to the right side. Hello Kiyomi, you got the App Store kimono lady from the previous night coming to visit. Your whole clan is super familiar with Willy, you say. Just how close was the Asian nation to the Tiber family, You even have Kiyomi wishing him luck. Based on what happens with Willy getting rudely interrupted, sounds like Kiyomi already had an idea about the events to come. Anyway, take a seat, Reiner. It's a good seat. Also known as subtly threatening someone without sounding like you are. For the actual weapon pointed up, you got a small cut on Eren's hand. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry, would you, Reiner? Would be a real shame if this packed building suddenly collapsed. Isn't that right, old buddy? Right here is even when Falco realized he screwed up. For Kiyomi, notice she was this invited guest. She came all the way over to greet Willy backstage, yet she strangely leaves as soon as possible. Hey, it's Annie's papa. The guy's actually real. How's your leg your daughter busted up? At least someone here recalls Boruto. Like son like father, I guess. Even Papa Hoover died off screen. But don't worry about Annie. The girl's still alive. My Eldian tingle tells me so. For a super important detail, notice all of Marley's military leaders are present for this declaration of war. Equally as important, you also have families, ambassadors, and media from around the world. Willy and his Tiber family do truly wield a massive influence. Anything revealed on this stage would send a massive shockwave around the world. Over to the warriors, they got their spot too. Looks like Best Girl Peak is friendly with all the warrior candidates. And you still have Porco being super bitter over the Tiber family. Ohio there, shady looking soldier. Really the first red flag, being called just as the show begins. That commander, what an a-hole. For Falco here, you gotta love the detail of him being lost. Visually, his face is half in the dark. So Mr. Kruger, why are you here? Oh, no reason. Same as you, buddy. You could just feel Reiner's PTSD kicking in. It's showtime with Willy. You really have the guy mostly going over the Great Titan war history revealed to you back in Attack on Titan Season 3. You heard about the atrocities committed by the Eldians and Eldian Empire. From the time of the original founder Ymir till present day, Willy claims that the number of people that have died would be enough to take out humanity 3 times over. That is quite the history. Speaking of which, cue in the bloody actors. This included Eldia wiping out other people's culture and history altogether, to which I like the blindfold used to symbolize this. In short, this is an example of history being written by the victors, in this case Eldia. The Eldian Empire's track record has since become humanity's history, filling in more of Titan history. You really won't be surprised that this nation that killed and conquered others eventually turned on each other. History knew this as the Great Titan War, and I do like how these titans are blindly fighting each other. Could you spot the different titans? Blondie over here looks female, so female titan. Over to the right, Kurt Titan. The Tiber Warhammer Titan should be easy to spot, but the others, not so much. I'm gonna bet the Jaws Titan is the dude with the 2 daggers. Anyway, welcome the great Helios. This hero has been a new piece thrown into the mix this season. Helios was responsible for manipulating the Great Titans to fight one another. All of this involved Helios and the Tiber family joining forces. Interesting to notice, even at this point the Eldian King also is blindfolded here. Eventually you know that the Eldian King fled, but the guy still has his nukes. 10 million colossal titans. Or like I previously calculated, more like 500,000. It really is all marketing. 500,000 really doesn't sound as scary. As for the friendly soldier, so looks like Zeke came along too, except looks like Zeke was going to a different hole. Did Peak spot the imposter? She could smell the crap a mile away. And look at this, Peak actually has a fan club. What do you mean a special hug from Best Girl? Lucky bastard. I like how Glasses is freaking the hell out. All of these other Peak simps are about to take out their chubby buddy. Someone is not going home tonight. So Peak and Porco, down the hole you go. Who knew taking out 2 titans was this easy? And just notice you do get a brief view of this Titan kidnapper. That is a nice beard. So when did Best Girl get tall? Getting back to Falco, you got the guy putting 2 and 2 together. Old buddy, 4 years? Holy crap, he must be an island devil. At this point, notice Falco's face no longer fully in the dark. Next up, the weekly mid-info card, which is really a quick overview about their mission from the Marley point of view. You had 4 kids sent over to take the Founding Titan. 5 years passed by, 2 warriors got captured, the Jaws Titan returned via Ymir, and Reiner came back safe and sound. He truly is the plot armor Titan. Getting to the grand reveal, the truth about the Great Titan War. It's all been a lie. Helos and the Tiber family shouldn't be getting the credit. The true hero, the one who saved the world from the Eldians, was the Eldian King himself, or so Willie claims. Was the king just being merciful? Why the sudden change of heart? Let me mention this detail here since the anime skipped out on it. This was specifically the 145th Eldian King, which notice included sympathizing with the oppressed Marley. Ultimately, you had the Founding Titan and Tiber family coming together. The Great Helos was a savior they made up. After the Great Titan War, the Eldian King moved his people over to the island. Of course, some Eldians disagreed and they stayed behind. This included a branch of the royal family from Dina's side. Next truth revealed. You know about the threat the king left to the world. Don't come knocking or you'll taste some colossal titans. In reality, this was a lie too. The Eldian King had made a peace vow, and this would keep on getting passed over with each new Founding Titan, which was the reason that Grisha later discovered was why the Reyes family chose not to act. Overall, funny how history has painted the Eldian King as a monster, but in reality, the king has been the true hero, the real savior of humanity the whole time. This really shows how the Tiber and Reyes family have played a similar role. Both of them stood idly by and watched. Marley has been free to take the power and even the Founding Titan if they wished. Ultimately, the king said that Eldia and their past actions were unforgivable, which makes you wonder why a powerful king didn't just wipe out his people. Seems the guy opted for the merciful, peaceful option instead. Oh, let me just take their memories and their freedom and cage them up. I like how you do briefly see Kenny and the Founding Titan at the time. Until the day of retribution, let me build a brief paradise. Back in Attack on Titan Season 3, Uri spoke to Kenny about wanting to create a utopia for humanity. He then mentioned feeling bad about failing to create that within the tiny walls. And don't forget the prediction he left, that not long into the future, this world would be destroyed. So at the very least, Willie does admit his family being traitors for having sold out their own people, the Eldians. Meanwhile, it really just sucks that Porco and Peak are missing out on this fun Titan history lesson. Damn you, fall damage. Don't worry, Porco, just walk it off. For the actual whole, it has been hinted that this was the way that Marley did capture the few Titan powers during the Great Titan War. Down here, if you go Titan mode, it may crush you. Peak would definitely go splattered next to Porco. And about Peak, she seemed a little bit too focused on that soldier. Perhaps an ex-fan club member? But back to the play. Willie talked about this being his way to atone. You sure took your time, buddy. Notice nearby to the stage that gets wrecked later, you got the actors, the maid, and the tall guard nearby. For the 3 Great Walls, you already know inside of them are colossal titans. Notice these guys locking arms. You actually saw the wall worshippers doing something similar back in Attack on Titan Season 1. So far for the speech, notice what's taking place. Willie has just revealed this grand truth. He's painted the former terrible Eldian King as a true savior, to which he actually added validity by outing his own Tiber family as traitors. And finally redirecting, proclaiming the new threat to the world. A certain raging titan. Eren, someone just called you to the stage. Time to grow, then go. Thanks, Falco buddy, helping me send all those letters to my friends. Poor Falco, he's getting some early Titan PTSD. Getting to the grand threat to all mankind, millions of hangry colossal titans erupting, which Willie calls this the rumbling. Recall the Founding Titan being bound. Well, Eren Yeager is now free to use the Founding Titan without question, which is what Willie's proclaiming on the stage to the world. Keep in mind, according to Eren's quick theory, he only got access to the Founding Titan's power since he was touching the Royal Blood Titan. Unfortunately, you don't have many of those around, but doesn't matter. The world now thinks Eren has the codes to the Colossal Titan nukes, as if one giant meat man wasn't enough. This is a scary sight. And recall back when he thought mindless titans were horrible? These red boys are next level. You gotta love Eren screwing more with Reiner. Oh, I'm a bad guy, Reiner. I might destroy the world. I don't know, thinking about it. Reiner, why did my mom get killed by my dad's other wife? Take a look at how messed up Reiner is. He still recalls raging Eren's line, that he'll make them suffer in the worst way possible. This was back in Season 2 where he still had the edgy shonen main character, after getting kidnapped for like the 9th time. Funny how this more mature Eren hardly recalls that. He even does that fun scratchy scratch. For those of you that missed Hobo Eren a few episodes ago, the anime really spells it out with the flashbacks. Eren has been at Marley for around a month now, which has involved stalking Reiner and having Falco as his errand boy. One of the key parts you should notice here is Eren's evolving view of the world. Attack on Titan Season 3 ended with Eren seeing those over the sea as his enemy, but wiping them out truly set them free. Fast forward a few years, Eren has now come to understand the people he previously thought as his enemies. Some are pricks, but there's good people too. Reiner, you suffered, haven't you? Too bad Reiner doesn't have this half-elf to sleep on. God damn it, Reiner. You have the guy fully taking responsibility for Eren's mom becoming Titan Chow. Looks like Willy is influencing others to atone for their sins. Then for Willy, the world already sees Eldians as monsters, as devils, and he now has someone so influential doubling down by speaking about being born with this cursed blood. Even worse, Willy wishing his own people to be wiped out. Poor Reiner, asking to die. Give Eren like 5 minutes. Probably one of the best anime details, you got this juxtaposed to Willy claiming the exact opposite. I'm cursed, I want my people to be eradicated, but I don't wish to die, because I was born into this world. You can really see that line striking a chord with Eren. Someone just got triggered. Getting into what else Willy has accomplished, since the guy is such an influential world figure, Willy has already succeeded. He's brought together Marley and the world nations, really using Paradise Island as a scapegoat for all of this. Eren Yeager is now at the head of being this global threat. If you don't want to die, join hands with me on this attack on Paradise Island. Can we notice the irony here? Willy Tybur saying he wishes for world peace as he's declaring war. So the declaration of war against Paradise Island. Eren says nope. Eren really just did what the warriors did back on episode 1. He's starting the war with some Tybur jam. Only an appetizer. The attack on Marley has begun. And my god, does Titan Eren look horrific. This is the face of our Mad Titan. And it does look like Eren was right. Same as Reiner, huh? The dude just killed a building before smashing Willy. So, how crazy was this episode? In terms of the content it had to cover, the anime nailed it. I loved it. Let's see how the animation for the Attack Titan turns out next week. So all the good stuff said, I do have one nitpick. I do have an issue with how Mr. Freedom Titan came out. I really thought the music choice could have been a lot better. What they chose, I was not feeling it. It feels like a chunk of the impact was lost. Hideyuki Sawano has a buffet of God tier Attack on Titan music, so I'm not sure why this one was picked. I don't know, let me know if it was just me. And really quickly, by popular request, the episode 6 preview. You got Eren really looking like the devil they described. And more important, the Warhammer Titan coming out to play. Did Eren miss? Let's see how this CG Titan brawl turns out. By the way, the Attack on Titan end date has been confirmed to be April. If you're watching this and so confused about the episode count or the end date timeline, check out my quick video breakdown on that. If you are anime only, you might either want to read the manga or get offline when the Attack on Titan manga ends. People are going crazy with spoilers. By the way, I am blocking a-hoes who are doing drive-by spoilers on my videos. For the weekly manga comparison videos, I am working together with my editor to get this out weekly on Wednesday. To which I'm happy to say I have not missed a day yet. So look forward to that. Episode 4 is now up. For the actual weekly Attack on Titan episode reviews, keep in mind I am trying to get these up within 12 hours. Unfortunately, the episodes come out so late here in Japan, which means I can't start working on this right away. I've really been working on video nonstop since Attack on Titan Season 4 started. I finally got my first break this past Wednesday. I've actually have a New Year's resolution to try to not kill myself working on video this year. Let's see if it happens. But anyway, let me know how hyped this episode got you. Are you ready for next week? Or just say hi. Are you on Team Yeager on this? Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so YouTube sends you new videos. Watch my best anime of 2020, show that some love, and I'll see you guys later.